So Chris, please will you explain for us what is positivity bias?
Okay, positivity bias is, I mean, I agree, all of the things that are fantastic positive measures that Annie has talked about. But there is, and I don't want to be the party pooper now, but there is a thing called a positivity bias, which, if we're going to be realistic and effective at eliminating the kind of negatives and encouraging the positives that Annie was talking about, there is this pretty much universal human tendency to overestimate how well we're doing. Psychologists call that the positivity bias. Now, at the extreme end, I mean, I'll give you some other examples, and I jotted down a few statistics as well, which I'll give you in just a moment. At the extreme end, there's something which is called the Dunning-Kruger effect, investigated by Justin Kruger and David Dunning, where the least competent people rate themselves as the most competent. Their research was inspired by the Pittsburgh bank robber MacArthur Wheeler. In 1995, he robbed 2 banks after putting lemon juice on his face. Since lemon juice makes a reasonable invisible ink, he thought it would make him invisible to the bank's security cameras. He was amazed to be arrested a little bit later, and he told the police, "But I wore the juice." So you've got an example there of extreme positivity bias. But the positivity bias actually goes all over the place. So, for instance, a really interesting study of jailed criminals. They think they are kinder, more trustworthy and honest than the average member of the public. And believe it or not, they also think they are just as law-abiding. Another example is, despite the fact that getting into millions of accidents and killing on average about 55,000 people annually, 9 out of 10 American drivers believe they are better and safer drivers than others. In Sweden, it's a little bit lower than that. Only about 68% of drivers think they're better than average. But again, a big positivity bias there. Clearly, more than 50% people can't be better than average. Most students believe they're more popular and smarter than the average. 2/3 rated themselves in the top 10%. And a quarter in the top 1%. Only a fraction of 1% actually put themselves as average or below average. 94% of American college professors rate themselves as better than average. And 87% of Stanford MBA students think they're better than average. So studies have been done of lawyers, judges, politicians, economists, stock market traders, you name it, it's been done. So it seems there's this very marked positivity effect. And that's where I think something like Runway, which gives people a kind of secure, a safe, and anonymous, confidential platform for receiving and giving feedback, is of absolutely inestimable value.